In a world where cult of hard work is often revered, it's easy to get caught up in the idea that relentless effort is the only path to achieving our goals. But what if this approach is actually a recipe for burnout and disillusionment? Rethinking the Hustle is a thought-provoking poem that challenges the conventional wisdom that hard work alone is enough to guarantee success. Through the use of powerful imagery and poignant language, this poem invites us to re-examine our assumptions about the nature of work and success. Rethinking the Hustle. In the crucible of existence, we are often told to strive, to push ourselves to the limit, to persevere and survive. But what if this approach is fundamentally flawed? What if our endeavors, no matter how valiant, are bound to be raw? Like the protagonist of a Sisyphean tale, we toil and struggle, our efforts akin to pushing a boulder up a steep and rugged puzzle. We've driven by the whip of expectations, our hearts fueled by desire. But what's the purpose of our striving if we are not living on fire? We are conditioned to believe that success is solely a product of might, that the harder we work, the more we'll achieve and the brighter our light. But what if this narrative is a myth, a fiction we've been sold? What if success is not just about hard work, but about working with a sense of purpose and goal? Like a maestro conducting a symphony, we must learn to harmonize, to balance our efforts with elegance, and to work with a sense of surprise. We must find the rhythm of our passion, the beat of our heart's desire, and work in tandem with our soul to create a life that's on fire. But alas, we are often driven by the dictates of duty and obligation, our hearts heavy with the weight of responsibility, our spirits flagging in desperation. We are like the donkey that's driven by the whip's cruel sting, forced to work harder, to push and pull, to toil and sing. Yet, what's the purpose of our toil if we are not working with love? What's the use of our endeavors if we are not living from above? Let's not just go through the motions. Let's not just pretend. Let's work with passion, with fire, with a heart that can transcend. So let's re-examine our approach. Let's rethink our way. Let's work with love, with joy, with a heart that's full of sway. For when we work with passion, with fire, with a heart that's true, we'll find that success is not just about hard work, but about working anew. And when finally we find our rhythm, our hearts beating in time, we'll realize that success is not just about achieving, but about living in rhyme. So let's harmonize our efforts. Let's work with elegance and flair and create a life that's a masterpiece, a work of art that's beyond compare.